I'm Danny.
And I'm Christina.
And we're
Happi-LEE
Ever After. Come with us for a walk and trolley ride all around downtown St. Augustine, Florida. Old Town Trolley Station. You have free parking here, and hopefully it'll all work out. And there's stripes over there, so I'm parked there just in case they show it. It doesn't say no parking, and there's parking stripes. This is about a mile from the hotel we're staying at, so we're just waiting on the trolley.
That is the Visitor Information Center. There is a free museum of St. Augustine in that building, free museum in there. The trolley stops right close to it, right by it, at stop number 2. Stop 2. So that's the first place the trolley is going to take you to, right there.
So this is restrooms. You need a restroom. This is the museum. There's a timeline. 1200 BC, and then April 12, 1513, Juan Ponce de Leon comes here. 1565, Pedro Menendez de Aviles arrived with 10 ships, 800 soldiers. Pretty cool. Crackers. And they started a restaurant called the Cracker Barrel.
I saw one that says the Cracker Barrel. I guess that's where crackers comes from.
Florida's first people. Some arrowheads. Spanish period.
It's a time when Spain is the most powerful country in the world. They established a world trade route, and Spanish fleets bring merchandise from the old world to new. The return trip sees treasure-laden convoys with gold, silver, copper, and precious gemstones from Mexico and South America. So filled with treasure, these ships that they sink deep in the water, making them vulnerable to storms and catastrophes. Danger lurks on the open seas. Pirates, English privateers,
It's heavy.
corsairs,
62.something.
Spanish galleons, stopped, waiting for night to cover their approach. They watch for a straggling ship separated from the safety of the convoy.
Did you try it? Try it. I look at that. I knew you could. I knew you could. Especially if I'd have said you can't.
Overtakes the galleon. It maneuvers alongside.
The Spanish brick. What, your daddy used to have a hat? The cab. First motorized clothes washers. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is.
I was expecting it to be like.
There's a still. Pirates of St. Augustine.
That's the pirate ornament. I looked at the other night. Where's the boot tag?
Yeah, that's one of the best inventions ever.
I knew what it was.
All right, here's Fort Mose, first legally sanctioned African settlement in North America, settled in 1738. Wig curlers. Swords. Pretty cool museum. There's what the city gates looked like in 1800s. Florida in the Civil War. Go ahead. Very much that. Henry Flagler. Yeah. I made it make a sound. So I guess the railway runs all the way from up here, because down there was Key West. Here, Cannon. Nothing. Oh. I've seen him at Dollar General before. So, officially this was called what?
What was that?
Name of the museum, yeah.
St Augustine History Museum.
Old St. Augustine History Museum.
Recognize the natives, then he headed north. Well, folks, he happened to come upon a hurricane, not knowing what was going on due to the fact they didn't have the Weather Channel. Now, all he knew that there was a lot of heavy rain and forceful winds. And when he finally did make it to port, he ran all the way down to the San Sebastian River, about 30 yards past US 1.
Is that the floor?
Now, met up with the Rosario line up ahead coming to our right at that stop sign. It went all the way south to the San Sebastian Bay.
There's the Huguenot Cemetery.
Now, these walls were fortified with these plants called Spanish bayonets, also known as yucca plants. You'll see some coming to our right. They're pointed tip ones. Now, my friends, if you've never been in a fight or entanglement with one of these guys, you don't want to. They hurt, they'll slice you up, and they are sharp as razors. Now, along these walls, about every 100 yards or so, were reinforcements called redoubts. Coming up ahead to my right, you're going to see the recreation of the Santo Domingo redoubt. Now, these redoubts were manned 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and you'll see the cutouts of where the cannons were placed. Now, we're going to leave the Fountain City and talk about the Gilded Times. Up in front of me, you'll see that brick building. Now, that is the St. Johns County School District Administration Building. Now in 1910 it was the Orange Street School. It served first grade through 12th grade. And if you were a teacher, you got paid real good. You got paid $20 a month. Make a nice little dish called swamp cabbage. The guys, they would add some back fat and seasoning to it and making a hearty meal for themselves. Back down, ladder style, using uprights and handholds. Do watch your step, please do. Wait for the bell. This is stop number 4. Right down the nice wood board. You made a map of all faith on the right. Tell us who other pilots. Like Spanish Queen called 1 and 4 to be
1739. Oldest wooden schoolhouses. Uh-huh. No. Whetstone chocolate. The Saucedo house. First black general. That's cool. That's cool. St. Photos Shrine, or Photius Shrine.
Those are little relics. Small places of bones from the saints. St. Paul, St. Peter.
Yeah. There you go. Some more Greek Orthodox stuff. That church had like one, it was like huge. Notice the marble. I wonder if that comes from the same place. That came from where the Acropolis was. This is Elpidus Forus, the most revered and God-chosen Archbishop of the Holy Archdiocese of America, Primate and Exarch of the lands of the Atlantic and the Pacific Oceans, our Father and Chief Shepherd many years. Oh, I didn't see it. Has it in English up above? Cool. I don't know. Articles used in Holy Communion. There's a Dragoon Cavalry pistol wrist escutcheon and matching trigger plate. Look at there. Bishop Demetrius. See, that's what his name was. That was going to be the priest in Daphne. Demetrius Xanthus.
So that's the Nicene Creed. I believe in one God, the Father Almighty, maker of heaven and earth, and all things visible and invisible, and in the Lord Jesus Christ, the only begotten Son of God, begotten of the Father before all ages. Not of not true God, is true God, begotten, not created, being one substance with the Father. And all things, but it doesn't go all the way, I don't think. Ours doesn't, I think it, but it may. But it's basically
Another version of it. I believe in the Holy Spirit, the Lord, the giver of life, who proceeds from the Father, who with the Father and the Son together, is worshipped and glorified, who spoke by the prophets, and in one holy Catholic and apostolic church. I acknowledge one baptism for the remission of sins. I await the resurrection of the dead and the life of the ages to come. Amen. There's the Lord's Prayer. That's cool. So that's our restaurant tonight. That's the St. Augustine, the Macaron. Check out the video on YouTube of the Charleston location. Felt the vibe of it. You felt the vibe of it. Thank you. I remember you had a coupon, you got a free something with you. You might. One of a Christmas ornament account. These are 60. Those are 49, I think 29, I can't tell. Another kill ones. Smell of raw sewage. Stone walls of this building. Date from 1750. So this is the governor's house they were talking about. No, this is Dr. Peck house.
So that's it, okay. And this is where the garden.
Yeah. America's first parish, 1565. We can walk through.
What does it say?
Anything you want to confess? guess so. Cathedral of St Augustine. Padre Felix Varela.
Why? Because we have our own species of dolphin. That is a brown bottlenose dolphin, 3 times smaller than the gray dolphin, and they never migrate out of our bayfront. So if you are a very lucky goose, you might just see one. June, I don't want to say June, it was more accurately, in 1880, brand new church, completely free of charge, under one condition. I want that property also free of charge. How does that sound? Now who's going to say no to that? Nobody. And they graciously accepted that offer. Now they are known as the Grace United Methodist Church. Cost them $84,000, and it's on your left side. That's how much money it cost to build the property. Now, to exchange it for the property you wanted in return, that property and its worth was only worth $4 grand. You're good. You're good. Now,
We're going past.
when they moved, a lot of Henry Flagler's advisors were very upset with him, saying Henry had no idea how
There's a
to balance his
bakery
money
there.
because $84,000 does not equivalent to $4 grand. And Henry said, I got 2 things for you. 1, it's my money, and I can do whatever I please with that money. And 2, if I get a good deal, if they get a good deal, no one has to be a bad guy. Right? Known as the Ancient City Baptist Church. Now, if you look to your right side, you see that beautiful bell tower real quick. Guess what? There is no bell in it. That's why we call it the St. Augustine's No Bell Prize. You're welcome. That's as funny as I get. Now, as we are making our way around and heading on over, you're going to see a church that I do like to take my time speaking on, and it's the Henry Flagler Memorial Presbyterian. Her name was Jenny Louise. Now, Jenny Louise was truly the apple of his eye, Daddy's little girl. And Jenny Louise was pregnant with baby Marjorie. Henry Flagler was so proud of his daughter. So he said, listen, after you give birth, come down to St. Augustine, and I want to give you a brand new house for free as a gift for giving me my first grandchild. Well, Jenny, of course, said, yeah, Dad, just give me a few weeks to heal and I'll be down. Well, when she ended up giving birth, she gave birth to a stillborn. And 2 hours later, while holding her precious unborn child, Jenny passed away. That left Henry devastated. So he sent out a newsletter in the New York Times stating if anybody can build this church on your right side under a year, he would pay them any amount of money. But if they did not finish it in that year time, Henry does not owe them a single dime. This is your stop 8, the Henry Flagler Memorial. If you want to exit off here, exit to the right only. This was originally the Ponce de Leon Hotel. Now, the Ponce de Leon Hotel was a seasonal hotel open from Christmas to Easter, and most guests paid about $9,000 and some change to stay here. Why? Because all 540 rooms of the Ponce de Leon had running water and electricity. Not only did they have running water and electricity, but they had electricity 4 years before the White House did, installed by Thomas Edison himself. Money does talk, folks. And stainless glass. All 47 of those windows have an insured value of over $100 million. And to top it all off, they're covered with bulletproof glass. Why? Because this hotel was for the elites of the elites, and there was no exceptions. Now, I do want to make a note about Henry. Henry grew up very, very poor, and he knew what it felt like to not be able to go on vacation because his parents couldn't afford it. So, he wanted to make sure that everybody who wanted to come down to St. Augustine had an opportunity to spend their vacation here. That's when he built his second grand hotel, the Alcazar. The Alcazar was called the Common Man because unlike the Ponce, you only had to pay for how long you wanted to stay there for. So if you wanted to stay for the night, you paid the night, etc. That green and white fountain. Remember that church I told you that sat between his two properties? That green white fountain marks the general location of that church, which is why he had it moved. Now we'll go back into the Alcazar in a little bit. For now, we're going to talk about a man named Franklin Smith. So Franklin was a world traveler and came here the same year as Henry did in 1883. But he came here with the game plan unlike Henry. He started building his winter homes. Now when he started building these winter homes, he started using a very interesting material known as poured cement. If you look to the right side, you're going to be able to see how it's one of the first few buildings in St. Augustine to be used with it based on how it was used. 10, exit to the left, left only. Backwards if you're going now, louder. Take your time. Watch your step, watch your head. After that, it became the Casa Monica, where it has remained ever since. Now, ironically, the Casa Monica is actually the only hotel left that Henry Flagler owned. It's also the only one he didn't build himself. I don't lean backwards like you're going down a ladder using all those handrails and all of your grab bars. This is your stop number 16.
This is the one we saw in the video of the Townsends. There's the St. Francis Barracks. This is the one that he went in.
Now we're out of Morale. This trolley is back in motion.
The floor fireplace in the center room outside.
Please remain seated. Please keep all body parts, personal belongings inside of the trolley at all times. There's no smoking, no vaping, and no consumption of alcoholic beverages while on board. And folks, my name's Alexia and I'm your driver for the remainder of this tour.
Yeah. I didn't get a picture of them.
Well, we could technically drive over the bridge and turn around and come back.
Yeah, we could.
And drive out to the lighthouse and get a good picture. We don't have to walk up in it. It said the parking there is free. So I don't see no dolphins.
No.
I wish you would give me that bag.
I got it. I got that on film.
Oh, sorry. Well, it's a rainbow, and I didn't think about it. Oh, like Pam says, it's a promise.
There's restrooms. See? Look at that on that side. I did good. Well, I figured this was a national park. This was a barracks, I guess. Yeah. Cigar box guitar with a little speaker on it. Made by Fender. Oh, man, see the carving. There's one.
My sister, nephews, and my
What am I trying to figure out?
city down the cat.
Maybe there's something on there.
Mm-hmm.
And we the wild. Hey, that's how weird it's not. I really never seen it. Okay.
That's what people carved into the.
Guess they bought high windows.
Mm-hmm. They need a little better lighting in here. It's hard to make a gift shop. They might have an ornament.
What are you recycling?
Alright, so we'll go up there now or in a minute. I don't need to, but you can. This is cool.
What a perfect day.
Oh, it is.
Is that what your trip has been like? That's what we're gonna remember when we look at that picture.
Yeah? Trying to make me feel bad?
How'd you get up there?
I don't know, but don't touch that. Guess that's cute. I don't know.
People were trying to climb.
I'm sure they had a ladder. You can tell that's an old one that's fitted from being in the ocean.
I'm sure they had to rebuild the bottom parts.
Oh, yeah. This is Bejeweled, right? Mm-hmm.
Mexican War.
Huh.
December something. Is it? This is incoming call. Still the cigarette network just the right place.
I mean, I guess that's smart, but
It's sticking my hand in there.
I'm sure that they cleaned it out since then. Yeah. There may be. Right. Yeah. Remember the crab? Mm-hmm. They weren't very artistic though. But you can see it, look, there's the two eyeballs, it's that drawing right there. Yeah, that's probably true. Doing the best they could. Mm-hmm.
It's probably some modern day.
The chapel. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
The what? Huh.
Think how long the face is.
Mm.
You're supposed to say I got that on video. Yeah, I know you
Oh, I do have no
Look
need.
around. Well, I don't look at you before I speak.
I mean, that's fine.
I don't look a man face.
It does look like a man face. It's dude in drag.
That man hands.
Dude looks like a lady.
Man hands.
Mm-hmm. Maybe he woke up that day and identified as a woman.
Or is it feminine?
Effeminate would be male, feminine would be a woman, I guess. It's a British era bunk. Slept 4 soldiers.
Oh, Lord. And I had to snuggle up.
Messmates.
I had a very idea that you can never get away with it.
What's that?
Should be one day a month in every like state and national park. You record where kids can't come in, or where you can if you're under a certain age. You have to be 16 or over.
All right. But then the rest of the time, no kids.
No, that
Oh.
just that one day.
Yeah. That's an old ancient rope line. They kept people out of places. That was a billiard rack where they put their pool cues.
Maybe the necks were a lot smaller back then.
Mm-hmm. Breached the.
It was found in the bay and exploded by fire and killed 3 of the 4 military casualties. I'm sure shrapnel went in there.
Oh yeah, I bet that hurt. 1702. They replaced the pool cues with the ramrods, but
This was where I kept all the
all the good supply.
You think they kept the powder more to this end because of the humidity?
Yeah.
But maybe it was more temperature controlled over the water. I don't know.
So there's a overall view of it, and
Here's hoping that I'll take out my other one.
I hope not.
Just like
Spanish coat of arms. Pretty miffed. What a building block would look like. Now, let's see.
Southport.
Mm-hmm.
So these are from 1821.
And they removed them in 1950 for preservation.
Of the closed up doorway.
So they closed that door up right there. You can see there's one line and there's the other one.
So it was a territory, Spanish.
Fight for possession.
It was a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It took the Spanish 23 years to build that fort.
part of the reason it took so long is because they had to mine that coquina stone out on Anastasia Island, bring it all the way over to this side of the water on barges. That was a lot of work. But they got it done in 1695, and that was really good timing because the British attacked in 1702. And they put the town under a siege. It lasted for almost 2 months. And during that entire time, all 1,500 residents of St. Augustine took refuge inside the walls of that fort back there. Everyone. And in the distance there, you will see that cross looming large there on the right. That cross was put there in 1965 on the 400th anniversary of St. Augustine. It was put there to commemorate some very important historical events. Things that took place right on that spot. That is where Pedro Menendez came ashore back in 1565 with all the Spanish settlers, brought them over here to found St. Augustine. Once those settlers got here, the first thing they did, one of the priests that was with them held a mass of Thanksgiving right on that spot. That was the first Catholic mass held here in St. Augustine. One of the first things you might notice about Magnolia Avenue, you might be wondering, why are there no magnolia trees on it? Well, I'll tell you why. Long ago, this whole street was lined with magnolia trees, but they died off in a cold winter freeze, so they planted these live oak trees here instead, which are much stronger, sturdier trees. And what you see draping down is Spanish moss. And if you want to explore underneath the trees, you can easily walk out here from our next stop. Our next stop is just around the corner. It's the Fountain of Youth.
So we were going to go to the Fountain of Youth, right? But it was more than just a fountain. It's like a petting zoo and cannon demonstration, blacksmith shop. And it was, what, $24.95 per adult. And all we cared about was seeing the fountain, so.
And it's not the real one.
It's not the real one, so.
I mean, if it was the real one, that's cheaper than Botox, but.
Yeah. So anyway.
Then there's no way.
It will be a great Thanksgiving and a Christmas.
Oh Lord, I didn't know it was a drawbridge. Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
This is the pier. Got souvenirs. Alrighty, thank you. We got us a couple more Christmas ornaments. We got enough to cover a tree on this trip. That's good there. That was a good price, yeah. Look, at night they light this up. Let's see, that would be the hotel to stay at over there. If it's a hotel. There's one right there. Here, let me carry the bag. You got the key. Let me sit back.
I want that. And I'm going to put which one is that?
That's pretty. It's a lot prettier than Tybee Island. As far as the beach. Well, it's probably imported sand. Nice breeze. Yeah.
Definitely different. You couldn't go past here anyway.
Yeah. It's pretty. So it's a little more crowded tonight. Playables. Aloha. I drink that. I drink that.
That right there is like a Dubai bottle.
Is it beer?
Yeah? $21.95 a pound for Rice Krispie treat. Yeah.
Welcome in.
Thank you.
Would y'all like to try a praline sample?
Well,
I wouldn't, I'm sure.
I'm sure I would, yeah.
Yeah, you think so? Alright, I'll get you guys. I'll put this up and I'll grab it for you.
That means it's good. Even better.
That's right, if something's not down here, then it's the last one, that means it's pretty good.
It does look good, the paws.
Mm-hmm.
Plain paws and milk chocolate.
Coconut cluster. Oh, thank you.
You are very welcome.
That's good.
That and I got handed.
Here's trash can.
You can add that in, please. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. Now, what do you want? Oh. Yeah?
Chocolate butter butters.
Mm.
Oh,
Chocolate.
get us one of those and we'll squeeze it. And then
They got fudge. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Blessed, man, blessed.
Always. Can I help you out with anything?
Well, I know we want one of the chocolate peanut butter Reese's cups. And 2 chocolate Nutter Butters. It's been a long video, probably the longest video we've ever put together, and we could have broken it into 2 parts, but we didn't. But what was your overall thought of St. Augustine?
I loved it. I would want to go back. I know you said you didn't because it was so far.
It's a long drive, long haul from North Alabama.
But I didn't feel like it was that long.
The history's cool.
Because I slept in the car most of the way down. But the history part was cool. I said if I went back, I would want to stay either on, was it Bay Street? Yeah, Bay Street.
On the Bay.
Or I would want to stay at the beach part.
Yeah, but I mean, if you've never been to St. Augustine, you need to go. And if you have been, there's all kinds of cool stuff. My favorite part was walking down George Street. And just the old shops, the history part of it, the churches are beautiful that we got to go into.
We went through the shrine, where was it the Orthodox?
Yeah, Greek Orthodox.
That was cool.
The only thing, the Fountain of Youth, you heard it in the video, just not what we thought it would be. And
so if I start looking old, then you'll know it's because I didn't get to drink.
Well, it's like you said, if it were a real Fountain of Youth, I mean, hey, we'd have paid the $30 or whatever to get in. But overall, it was fun.
Food was great. The walking, we walked a lot, but it was at a slow pace. It wasn't as fast paced as like some downtown areas are. I would have liked to have gone in more of the little shops on King Street or George. King George. I don't know why I keep calling it King George. But
I think it's just George Street.
I think it's just George Street.
Yeah.
And I saw a lot of restaurants I would like to eat. The food in St. Augustine is great. I mean,
it really is. And you'll see a couple of our restaurant reviews on here at different places we went. So check those out too.
If I went back, I would want to eat at the Cuban place that we saw that was in the little downtown area. And I would want to eat, the Irish place was really good. I don't even
you'll see, watch that review, me hands.
I would want to go back to Columbia? That was probably the best restaurant I've ever ate at.
Yeah.
I would just go back there to eat. And there was something else. Oh, the trolley. So the trolley thing, this is my advice. Go, pay for the trolley, the one-day thing. Go ride it around, see all the things, get off at the stops you want to get off. Listen to some of the information to decide if it's something you want to see or not. But after you've done it, I don't think I would, I wouldn't be like, oh, we got to get the trolley so we can go out today. I would just stay close to the downtown part and just pretty much everything is pretty compact. I've seen some reviews on the Night of Lights on TikTok where they were talking about, I didn't realize it was just going to be one block. I mean, how much do you think the literal whole town, the ghetto and everything of St. Augustine has lit up?
You'll see our video with the Night of Lights too.
So, I mean, that to me, it was as much as I was expecting. Another complaint was parking. Hello, go to any big city. Guess what you're going to deal with? Parking. We didn't have a problem. We parked, probably 2 blocks off.
Yeah, we were in a Methodist church parking lot.
And so, we paid $20, but it was worth it to get to park there and not have to worry about your car. And they had attendants there. So maybe get there early if you want to do that. And then one of the other complaints was the crowded restaurants. Hello, people, open table, reservations. We had reservations at the Columbia. We got there. We waited, 10, 15 minutes, went in. And my other regret from the trip is I should have bought that dang thing at Columbia that I wanted.
Yeah, the margarita,
the pitcher.
Sangria pitcher. Yeah. But anyway, hey, like this video, subscribe if you would. We need subscribers. And that would help us a bunch. Share it if you will. And comment if it's a nice comment. And follow all of our social media. And we found our Happily Ever After.
Now you go find yours and a sangria pitcher from St. Augustine.